welcome, I'm Belle, this is my classroom. Welcome to another super fun and colorful video. Today I have a video for you guys that has saved me so many times, I can't even tell, because sometimes when you are a teacher, you find yourself in some situations that are unpredictable, but they are going to happen, and they most of the times happen when you have to substitute for another teacher, because teachers get sick. If you work at a school, you have to, at least at where I work, you have to substitute for another teacher, and that happens a lot. So, and sometimes it's very last minute, so they're like rushing you into the classroom to substitute for that teacher. So these activities have saved me so many times, I can't even tell. So now I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to implement these activities in your classroom, because they are gold. But before we go into the video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I put in a video every single Friday. My videos are always super fun and colorful. And this is a video that I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm a pretty resourceful teacher. I feel like whenever I have to go into the classroom without planning, I do pretty well. So I thought I would share with you guys some of the things that I do. So without further ado, let's go right into the video. Thinking about these activities, I thought I would bring to you guys 3 of the activities that I use more often, and I thought they are multi-level, of course, but I thought I would divide them by age. So one is for very young children, one is for teenagers, and one is for adults. Of course, if you adapt them, you can use like the one that I use for teenagers, I can also use them for adults. The one that I use for adults, I can also use them for teenagers. The only one that's pretty, it is multi-level, but it's for children. So if the child's like from 4 to 10, you can definitely use this one. So I thought I would start with my activity for children. This activity is absolutely awesome, and it's from a Disney short film which is called Partly Cloudy. I don't know if you have seen that video. I think it's from 2012. I know it's pretty old, and I've been doing this since 2012. What I do is, first of all, I teach the names of the animals that are in this short film. And so there we have a stork, electric eel, crocodile, porcupine, and there's one more, I can't remember the name. I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. I'm gonna link it down below so you can see the short film. It's really cool. So I practice the name of the animal. So I do some vocabulary games. I have already told you guys in multiple other videos of activities that I have for this, for vocabulary, we're using flashcards or using just the students. So please check those out if you haven't done so yet, please, because they are crucial, especially during those improvisation lessons. So yeah, so I teach the name of the animals, and then I show them the short film, because we use an interactive whiteboard, so we have that device. If you don't have that device, you can use tablets to show them. You know, you can use many other things, VR glasses to show them, etc., or just a TV if you have a TV in your school. So I do that, and while I'm showing them the video, while they're watching the video, I elicit the names of the animals just to practice one more time. After I do that, if I see that the class is If I still have a lot of time, I do other activities like Simon Says, or hot potato, or oh, aka leader game. If you haven't seen that video, please check my first day activities part 2 video, because this activity is gold. It's so awesome. So I asked them to do that, and then for the end of the class I have 2 options. So I either make a poster of the animals, or I ask them to draw the favorite part of the story, and I put them on the wall. I always like to display my students' activities on the wall. I think it's so cool. I can go back to those activities like whenever I want, and they feel so proud, and they do them so well because they know there is going to be displayed. So that's an activity that lasts, I think the name of the video is misleading. Maybe I'm gonna change to multi-level classes and not multi-level activities, because all of them last the entire class, and not only like for one activity for a moment. It's just the entire class. So this is my activity for children. Moving on to my activities for teenager. It is definitely my favorite activity for teenagers, which is my vending machine activity. I love this activity, it's so cool. What I do is I put a bunch of pictures on the wall, like caviar, a bra, flip-flops, what else? A chocolate bar, bread, sandwich, burrito. I put a lot of things on the board, and I ask them, first of all, I ask them to repeat the things, and then I ask them what they have in common. And they are usually like, I don't think a bra has anything to do with the burrito, thank you very much, teacher. But they are usually like really confused. So, and then I tell them what they have in common is they can be bought from a vending machine. So they are like confused, and then I show them plenty of videos of vending machines online. There are some videos of like a Coke vending machine that you have to dance to get a Coke, or an ice cream vending machine that you have to smile to get an ice cream, or a coffee vending machine that you have to yawn to get a coffee. So a lot of vending machines around the world, and this is where I like to ask them to use their creativity, and I give them a tablet, and I ask them to, I have a little bit of a conversation moment before that. Of course I stretch the activities, but in the end I ask them to I give them tablets, because we have the resource here. So they are able to draw. If you don't have tablets, they can do it on paper. There is absolutely no problem in that. But I ask them to draw on their vending machine. I ask them to be creative, and I ask them to do something to get the product. And you can't buy the product with money. You have to do something like dance, sing. So they come up with these amazing things that you have to do to buy the products. Then they are not money, they're awesome. And I feel like it's a great way for teenagers to use their creativity, because with time, I also have a video on creativity. With time, they just lose that if you don't keep feeding their creativity. So I feel like those kind of activities for teenagers is really important. Of course you can put your own twist on that, but it just works every time. And of course in the end of the class I ask them to go to the front of the class and present their vending machines, and in the end, if we have extra time, we vote for the best vending machine. Now for the adult activity, it's an activity that I like very much. I've done it. I haven't done it as many times as the other ones, but I found myself in those like situations where I had to run into a classroom with no planning whatsoever to substitute for another teacher, and this activity has saved me a couple of times, which is Shark Tank. So yeah, I showed them a couple of videos of Shark Tank. I showed them there are two that I always show them, which is the Sperm Daddy one, and also the one of the it's not bug, insect. bar, there is a protein bar with insects. I forgot the name of the product, but I always show them these two activities. And after I do that, I put some keywords on the board about a business and what you need to do that, to start a business, because most of my adult students, they are business people, so for them it's easy to do that, not only to do that, but it's also really fitting for the reality. So it's something that they do every single day, so for them it's very natural, so it becomes a very natural class. So I asked them to talk about it, and I put them in groups of 2 or 3, and then I asked them to create a product, design the product, and prepare a presentation. And in the end of the class, we have to decide the best one. Once I took my students to another room, and they had to sell the product to the other students from the other room, the other class. So they had to sell the products, and the other class voted for the winner. So it was really nice, and that proves it's multi-level, because they were different levels. So, of course, these are activities that I used. It worked for me. It still works for me to this day. So I hope it works for you too. But of course, you can put your own twist on them. You can mix and match. You can even teach the vending machine activities for adults or the Shark Tank activities for teenagers. It doesn't really matter. This is just what I do and what works for me. So this is just me sharing my own experience. Please no hate in the comments below. Just tell me in the comments below your favorite activities as well. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell so you receive notifications every time I post a video. Give this video a thumbs up, and I see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!